Hello GSV peeps, it's Dangly Bob here. Just wanting to give you a quick update on what's happening around the base and just talk through a little bit how these air conditioning systems work, because they seem to... Oh jeez, did you really have to do that in the background? Yeah, they've introduced the air conditioning systems a couple of patches ago and they seem to have sort of not much of effect. They didn't really catch on, not really a lot of use for anything. And now I think we've figured out how they work, in particular with the new sort of egg laying system. So if I show you our little few upgrades we've made to the base. Up here I've made an egg room, if you like, and in here I've put in 3 AC systems. I have a couple of little dimorphodon eggs here hatching away. See, they're almost done. And down here we've moved the, in order to make that little egg room over there I had to shift some of the cooking pots. We've put in some new forges down here, and then outside here, just lighten things up a little. Outside of here we've made ourselves a little stego hotel in order to catch stego eggs, because getting in the way of those tails, trying to pick them up was a real pain, so put them up on a little ramp, little cover to keep them off the rain. Megas came over here, he's made a little house for the Brontos. They set up there. Their eggs generally land on the ground down there. And not a lot has changed really around the base. So, going to do the similar sort of thing with the stego house perhaps for the trikes, because again, getting in under here when you're being hit by tails the whole time can be a little bit tough. So, anyway, back inside, close the door, stop people coming in. These AC units, what we have is they don't seem to change the temperature. So if I press H up in the top left hand corner there, you'll see it's 25 degrees. Now that is actually too cold for a dimorphodon egg. So if I come down here, press H, 25 degrees. As you can see outside here, the temperature is 26 degrees now, and my hypothermal level is thermal level is 117, and the hyperthermal level is 0. So that means that's my resistance to the cold, or my resistance, or how much resistance I've got to heat. And then inside of here, because being inside buildings protects you from being in hot and cold, you can see my level is now 230 and 55. If I go up into the AC units, I've got 3 of them plugged in here, stand right next to them, and you can see now it's 443 and 325. And these stack with one, I can't remember what the multiplier is as such, but the more you put in, the more your insulation levels go up. Now I said 26-25 degrees would be too cold for these, so it does work. If you look down the bottom of the egg there, it's easy to see if I look down there. You see it's incubating. If I've only had one AC unit in here, it would be too cold and the egg health goes down. You can see that's what happened here, and the thing's nearly dead. Once they're incubating, the egg health doesn't go down. So I put in 2 extra AC units, and both these eggs now quite happily, and they've sat here for all day and all night, so the temperature got up to about 36 degrees and down to 25 degrees, and they still incubated, absolutely no problem at all. So that's how the AC units work. I haven't tried it with any other eggs. Every egg seems to have a different temperature it likes, but if this buffs your insulation levels or your resistance to temperature change, then all I'd perhaps need in here, I wouldn't need to put fires in, all I'd need to do is put in extra AC units, and that would, the eggs would decide then, yes, it's comfy enough for them. So, I am going to do a few bits and we'll come back and see what those eggs do when they hatch. So I'm just collecting some meat, just in... We have a good selection of meat for when those little baby dimorphodons arrive. Bring their X out. Now, poor old poker face here is only level 100, it's not even level 100, level 70 something. 77. So, really the whole point of breeding these creatures is you're going to end up with some huge levels. And watch these frogs. Got too many of them ganging up on you, they'll easily knock you out. Got a bit of fishing. Get 10 meat for every piranha. Makes it more effective to go chomping on piranha. Oh no, I'm hungry. I had a little bit of cooked meat left over, so we'll have some of that. Don't get a lot from dimorphodons. Gamma down a little. Sarko in there. Can't actually see where he is. Seems to have disappeared. Lost him in the trees. Yep, I'm stuck on the rocks and the trees. Come back out in the open again. Snake. Get this Paraceratherium. Grab him as well. Stamina. So you can trot on a dragonfly then as well. There is a bug with these paracers. Look, there's a dragonfly attacking me now. Yeah, there's a bug with a paracel. If you... Ooh, turtle egg. I'm going to hop down and pick that up. Yeah, no, she's coming for me. Run away! That loads of turtle eggs, but... base ready for those eggs to hatch. Hello guys, we've just come back and unfortunately I missed this baby dimorphodon dying. I don't know how long they take to die, but it's really quick. You've got to be here when they hatch out really. Luckily this egg is just about to hatch out, so we'll catch this one. And oh dear, Megas, you died. You died. How did you die? What did you attack?
Apache?
Apache. I was tanking an Apache, which I tranked him, and then a 116 level female came up. I thought, no, I'm just going to shoot you with arrows.
Oh
So I
dear.
shot it and I fell off the side of the rock. I couldn't get
Oh
back up.
no.
And I thought I was trying to remember where the hell I was. At least my eagle's on a rock, hopefully it'll be alright.
It was on neutral, was it? It should
Yeah.
be alright. Even if it's on neutral, it should either be attacking and be able to keep out of the way. But there we go.
So where are you?
Right, so I'm going to just get rid of the little body. Doesn't seem to want to let me get rid of it. Guys, my egg's just going to hatch. And there we go! Yay!
What you got?
Little baby Dimorphodon. Just going to call him Mini Dimo for now. There we go.
Is it tiny?
He's tiny. I lost one of the eggs, so I just didn't get back in time to see it hatch. Stick a load of meat on him.
Right.
So you can see his weight's only half, so you can only stick on sort of 0.4 meat at a time. And then you just got to wait for him to get up to 10%. If you get 10% of his level, so as soon as he starts getting to 5, what are these weight units are, let's say 5 kilos, he'll then start eating on his own. So you're going to feed him up, bring you back when he's a bit higher level with the luck. So, bit of bad news. We've
What bad news? You're a murderer.
yeah, just saying about the little mini Dymo. As soon as you got through the floorboard here, you can see he's sunk through the floorboard. I can't get to him now.
Oh, well, it'll vanish in a few minutes, won't it?
But
Otherwise, in time, our base will be littered with the corpses of infants.
yes, because he sunk through, just like Nellie's demonstrating there. I couldn't get to him to feed him. Tried getting on top of Jeeves here to get him to follow him, but unfortunately, there you go. Second death in the family. It's a little bit more difficult than it is to raise these guys. I mean, they don't eat so fast. You know, the baby Rexes, they eat. It's just trying to keep them fed. With these, you can't put so much on them, so you do have to tend them until they're sort of 10%. But so if they wander off, and the trick then is to get them to follow something static. You can't get them to follow their parents because you can't mount them and tell them to just follow them. You could get them to follow you, I suppose, but then you're stuck with it until you can raise it. But, so okay, so just to finish this little video off, then thought we'd go and have a look at what Megas has been building. When he spoke to me earlier, he only had. Who should we take? Let's take Airwolf. Let's grab some meat while I'm there as well. He's got a level up as well. So we'll level up some melee damage. Ooh, and melee damage again. That'll take him up to about 800. We shall take a quick flight over here. Past this supply drop. It's a quick hint actually. If you type in r.bloom quality 0, see it just takes the shine off of some of these lighter effects. But anyway, oh, here we go. Nice big compound. There's our little inlet area here. I think we're going to need a bigger inlet area. I quite like the look of that little lagoon over there. I don't know whether I can build some fences around the top maybe and a gate on this side and join it up with Mega's wall, but I don't know, might have a look at that later. But he's been working on this incredibly hard. As you can see, he's got a little bit of space left to do. Fly inside and land. It's completely made out of metal. This has taken him a lot of trips up to the volcano to empty that out. We've moved an anklo up there now. Always put some windows in. Let's open some windows and let some fresh air in. It smells a bit rusty to me. I love that clank, clank, clank noise you've got. So it's got a few more windows to put in. I mean, windows, you can't get in windows. Let's put windows in there as well. I don't know. It's interesting. He's talking about putting in sort of little separate areas inside of here. What I have seen on some videos is if we start putting lighting inside of here, the reflection off the metal, you can see the sun's reflection off of there, gets incredibly bright. You take that R bloom quality, I run the R bloom quality down to 0, so it's turned off if you like. It does spoil some of the effects, you don't get quite the same reflection off the sea, but yeah. This, I mean, these walls, there's a lot of metal here, but it's got a bit of a prison feel to it to me. I'm not sure it's what I'd have built. I prefer the stone, maybe. I want a little stone castle, maybe, but I'll get around to doing that later. Just take you over here, show you this here. I've been using this as a sort of taming pen. It's a little bit big for a mating pen. We could put another behemoth gate in there. I've seen people do that, 4 behemoth gates, and then you can put the big dinos in, and they mate quite successfully in that. But it's yeah, it's a little enclosed area, quite useful for taming creatures once you can kite them in. And the rest of the area is big enough that I don't know. Doesn't look like we're getting anything spawning in here as such. They messed up the spawning rates, and places you thought were secure are no longer secure. But there we go. Doesn't look like anything spawning in there. These pillars over there. There was a huge base here before we knocked it all down and started building ours. That's the sort of remnants of it. Theoretically, what you should do is be able to take the bottom layers of the pillars out, and everything above it, because it's unsupported, will fall down. But there's a bit of a bug in that, and it doesn't happen. But yes, we'll have a good look over here. See, this is a huge great area here. He's got it all fenced in. As you can see, he's got stuff spawning. I think those dodes over there are gathering stone, but that's probably a wild stego over there. Just going to hop down here. Generally, when it comes to poaching other people's eggs, if you like, if the guy's on, can have a look. He is actually on, so I'm not going to take any of his eggs because he could come out any minute now and collect them himself. So that's fine. I don't know if he's around, but if the guy's not on, if the creature's claiming is well under the 7 hours, then we can the eggs when they're laid only last for about sort of 15-20 minutes. So I'm concerned. I don't mind people coming into our base and pinching eggs if we're not there. If we're there, I mean, I'm just about to go back and have a check on the stego eggs. Stego kibble, or stego egg kibble, is what we use for training the RGs, and we'd really like another level 120 RG. Maybe start breeding those and getting some super big RGs. But go on, hop off. So drop down here, have a quick look in the old stego hotel. I'm sure there's a song about that, but no stego eggs there. But I said, if we're not in, then the stego eggs only last 15-20 minutes. Somebody else might as well collect them. Obviously, if we are online, then I'm forever running around picking up eggs myself. So I'm going to log off now. It's time for lunch anyway. Going down the pub for a carvery. Pass out in the corner here. So, Nelly must be on. No, Nelly's off as well. Oh, I'm the only one on. Anyway, add my body to the pile here, and we'll catch you guys later. Toodle pips.